I hope you're having a great day. Well, today we're going to talk about simple, inexpensive lifestyle changes that you can use to prevent the onset of heart disease. And in case you are suffering from any cardiovascular diseases right now, what is cardiovascular diseases? Anything that causes, a situation where you have high blood pressure, you have high cholesterol levels, the bad cholesterol part of it, your triglycerides are on the higher side, you may have gone through a bypass surgery, had a cardiac arrest, a heart attack. What we need to understand that cardiovascular disease is real. And a lot of mindsets of people, today believe that they get it as they age, but it doesn't have to be that way. A lot of people hide behind hereditary cases. They say, oh, my mom and dad had it, so I'm going to get it. Your mom and dad may have had it, but if you change your lifestyle if you make lifestyle changes, in most cases, you will be able to prevent it. Very few cases are highly genetic. So let's get straight into the lifestyle changes that can really help you. Number one is moving more. Your exercise. Let's not call it exercise because a lot of people don't like to hear the word exercise. Let's call it movement. You need to have movement in your life. It doesn't matter if you're doing a 1 hour workout, but if you're sitting for the next 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 hours, your 1 hour workout is practically useless. Not completely, but mostly useless. You see, inactivity, a sedentary lifestyle, sitting too long is the number one cause of inflammation and poor blood circulation in your system. When it comes to your heart needs two things: the right nutrients, oxygen, and both these are carried by blood circulation. Blood circulation happens with movement. Blood circulation is at its lowest when we're sitting and we're sedentary. So you should see this beautiful Harvard study where they showed 2 hours of watching TV is enough to reduce the health of your heart by 13 to 15%. Now that's a huge number if we're watching 2 to 3 hours of Netflix or whatever it is every single night. But there's a way to do that. Does that mean you stop watching TV? No, you just start being more active. So those 2 hours, get up from your sofa, get your glass of water, get up, get your remote, pause it in between, walk around. There are so many things that we can do, especially if you've had a sedentary day. If you had an active day, nothing's going to happen to you if you sit down and watch a movie for 2.5 hours. That's not a problem at all. So number one for heart health, whether you're going through a disease or whether you're looking at prevention, is movement. The more you move, the better it is for you. A sedentary lifestyle will basically cause inflammation in your system. And most people dying of heart attacks today, cardiac arrests, are not dying because they have high cholesterol. They're dying because they have inflammation in their arteries. Inflammation in the arteries leads to blockages. Blockages cause your cardiac arrest. So we need to get to the root cause of the problem, which is inflammation. That brings us to our second point. What is the easiest way to increase inflammation in your body and increase disease? Sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation and inflammation are directly linked with one another. So if you're constantly sleep deprived, you may still be able to be a star at work, get through your day, but you are compromising your heart health. You need good quality sleep for good heart health. So get your movement in place, get your sleep in place. Number 3, smoking. I think there's more and more being said about smoking. We all understand it. The most educated people in the world understand that smoking is bad for them. So I'm not going to say anything more than that. Make the right decision. Smoking creates inflammation in your arteries. It depletes your body of key vitamins that can lower inflammation. It isn't good for your heart. It isn't good for your health at all. So make an informed decision to start slowing down or eventually getting off your smoking completely. The biggest problem for cardiovascular today, and it's now connected with medical science, is chronic stress. Now everyone says, oh, we all have stress. But what are you doing about your stress? If you know that stress can cause cardiac disease, what are you doing about it? You just don't accept it. It's like finding someone who's doing drugs and saying, oh, everyone's doing drugs, let's all do drugs today. No, you still take preventive mechanisms to prevent yourself from falling into a spiral of drugs and all of that stuff. What is it that you can do about your stress? The more stress you have, the more cortisol you have. The more cortisol you have, the more inflammation you have. And like I said, the root cause of most cardiovascular problems today is inflammation. Now link that with high blood pressure. You also have high blood pressure. Very few people have, medical ailments that cause high blood pressure. But most people have high blood pressure because of their stress, sleep deprivation, no sleep at night, and too much of stress. So you need to attack stress at its root level in order to protect your heart or to get better. Your weight, the more weight you put on, I'm talking about body fat. the more and more body fat you accumulate, the higher risk you have for cardiovascular problems. And that's common sense. If we have more fat than our body requires, our hormones, everything is out of balance, leading to more inflammation, more chances of blockages, because putting on excess weight and not losing it is a direct reflection on our quality of life. What we're eating, how much we're moving, how much we're sleeping, the quality of our oil, our sugar consumption, and all of these things. Blood pressure. If you have blood pressure, please understand, yes, you need to be on medication to control it, but you should also be changing your lifestyle so that you can address the root cause of why you have high BP. Because there are people today who are on 5 different BP medications. Their BP may be in place, they're systolic and diastolic, but it does not mean that they're healthy. You still have spikes in your blood pressure. You need a medication to reduce the symptoms or suppress the symptoms. So please understand that blood pressure is really, really dangerous for your heart, and so is uncontrolled diabetes. So if you have diabetes and you've decided that, hey, I'm with the best doctor who's given me medication and my levels are in place, no, you still have to change your lifestyle, because diabetes, which is not managed the right way, will impact your heart. It will also impact your kidney. Your diet, it's simple. We got to make sure that we don't have refined sugars, processed foods which are rich in trans fats, the wrong oils, refined oils, and all of these things that leads to inflammation in the heart. Your plate every day should look like a rainbow. When I say that, it needs to be colorful. When you have a rainbow diet, how do you have a rainbow diet? When you have different grains, different colored vegetables, carrots, cucumbers, tomatoes, you need to make sure that your plate looks like a rainbow, and that's when you know you're eating healthy food. So make your diet look like a rainbow. We want to keep our oils down, the wrong oils. You need to understand today we live in a country where refined oils has been advertised and the price point is so low that we all choose to consume those oils, but that's creating inflammation in the heart, especially vegetable oils. We need to understand that vegetable oils are manufactured oils. They're chemically engineered oils, and they are not good for your heart. So please make sure that you spend your money on the right oils. Traditional India use wood-pressed oils, cold-pressed oils, and all of that stuff. I know they're expensive in the market right now, but the more we start as consumers consuming them, the prices will have to fall at some point. But right now, everyone's putting their money in refined oils, which is bringing us nothing but disease. Then we have juices. Please understand that fruit juices do not make you healthy. Fruit juices is nothing but a glass of sugar. You need to understand that there is clever marketing behind fruit juices. Nature's given you fruit in a full form. You need to eat the fruit. There is fiber that prevents your blood sugar levels from rising. But the moment you juice it, you break down the fiber, you denature most of the vitamins because of the heat of the mixing process, and all you're left is with a glass of sugar. So please understand, all the people who are drinking 2-3 glasses of fruit juices through a day, it is impacting your health at some point. Fruit juices are not healthy for you, no matter what anyone tells you. Eat the whole fruit. If there's anything that you want to juice, it is a vegetable, because a vegetable has hard plant cellulose, which is difficult for our digestive systems to break it down in the raw form. If it's cooked, it's fine. You can juice carrots, you can juice beetroots and all of that stuff. But your fruits should be eaten whole if you're trying to get healthy and derive the health benefits of fruits. And then, I know this seems very, very insignificant, but washing your hands. Most people forget to wash their hands before a meal. Now, how does that impact the heart? If we have infections today, which are innumerable, we don't wash our hands, we shake hands with people, we have currency exchange, we're opening doorknobs, all of that stuff. We get an infection. Certain infections are very hard on the heart. We need to understand that when we have a viral attack, when we have infections in our system, our heart actually goes through the stress of all of these things. So it comes down to the basics of washing your hands before your meals. Teach this to your kids. Do it yourself. Wash your hands before your meals. And finally, medication. A lot of you may be on medication for the right reasons. Understand and work with your doctors. Ask them questions. What are the side effects of these medications I'm taking? A lot of side effects of medications have problems with the heart. So if you're aware of that, you can at least work with the side effects of these medications by taking the right diet, the right amount of exercise, sleep, vitamins or minerals that your doctor may prescribe for you. So Joe, don't just take a medication because your doctor's given it to you. You have every right to discuss the side effects of your medication with your doctor. After all, it's your body and you need to care about it. So if you need to take medications, I have nothing against medicines. Take them, but be aware it's your responsibility to know the side effects of your medication. And then you can make the lifestyle changes or the dietary changes to manage that. These are the simplest micro lifestyle changes that each and every one of us can make to look after our heart, because you need to understand that without your heart working for you, you're literally dead. So don't wait until you're diagnosed with blockages and all of these things. Do your regular screenings once a year after the age of 30, 35. You must do your ECG, you must do your stress test, and you must do your 2D echo, especially if you have a lot of stress in your life and your lifestyle is poor. But in most cases, you can keep this heart of yours healthy with the right lifestyle changes. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.